In this video I will show you how to create glow effect in Adobe Photoshop. Greetings from the magical world of Photoshop. First, make a selection of the subject using any selection tool. I will use auto selection by clicking on the select subject. Then choose select and mask to achieve a more precise selection. Choose the refine edge tool. I'm going to use the onion skin for the preview, but you can use in which you feel comfortable. Start painting on the edges like this. Now take the contrast to around 30. Make sure you check decontaminate colors, output to new layer with layer mask, press OK. We have the subject extracted from the background. Now we need a selection of the horns. I'll use the current selection to obtain the whole selection by holding down the Control key and clicking on the mask. You can then use any selection tool of your choice. I'll use the polygonal lasso tool to deselect the subject except the horns. You can hold Alt key or check this box to deselect. Now simply form a selection around the area which you want to deselect. We have the horns selected now. Just click on the layer, not the mask but the layer, and then press Ctrl J to get a separate copy of the horns. Now take a new color lookup adjustment layer. Change the LUT to Horror Blue. Adjust the layer opacity. I will go with 65%. Now create a black and white adjustment layer. Change its opacity to 50%. Color lookup seems too much to me. I will change the color lookup adjustment layer opacity to 50 as well. Make sure you put both these adjustment layers below the horns layer. Now select the horns layer, right click on it, select Convert to Smart Object. Press Ctrl J to get a copy of it, change its blending mode to Linear Dodge Add, then go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur, adjust the radius to 5 pixels. Now make another copy of it, double click here and change the radius to 100 pixels. One more copy, double click on the Gaussian Blur effect, change the radius to 250. Another copy, same steps, change the radius to 500 pixels. Now hold Shift key and select all the layers in which we applied Gaussian blur and then press Ctrl G to make a group of them. Now create a hue saturation adjustment layer. Make sure the colorize box is checked, click this to create a clipping mask. You may change the color to suit your taste. I'll go with the warmer one. Make a copy of the hue adjustment layer, then bring it below like this. Press Ctrl I to invert the mask of it. Then take a brush, opacity 50%, flow 30%, make sure foreground color is white and brush is soft. Start painting like this to give it a realistic look. Now change the opacity to 20% to blend it nicely. We can change the whole layer's opacity now to make it more realistic. 35% seems good to me. Now create a new curves adjustment layer. Bring the curve down like this. Press Ctrl I to invert the mask, take a brush, make sure foreground color is white, then start painting like this. Oops, I forgot to bring brush's opacity to 100%. Flow should be 100% as well. Just paint like this. I will adjust the curve's opacity. "60 looks good to me." Just take a look at the before and after, isn't it look good? Now we only have to give it a last touch. I am using an image of the stars for it. You can find the link to the image in the description. Adjust the image like this, and change its blending mode to screen. Then hold Alt key to create a negative mask. Now take a brush, make sure foreground color is white, mode normal, opacity 50 and flow 50%, and brush is soft, then start painting like this. Done. Here is the before and after. Check the overall before and after. It looks good to me and I hope you liked it as well. Thank you for watching my video.